The AVE Reader app is an app designed for a single ZAVE file. It is a one-off app that can read only one ZAVE. Currently, the AVE Reader app is not universal. This means that if you want to make an iPhone and an iPad app, they will need to be two separate apps. In this video, I'll show you how to set up and test an AVE Reader app. The main difference between an AVE Reader app and the Remote Reader app is that you do not host your content on your own site. Instead, you embed the file into the app itself. When you download the app from the store, the app and its contents are downloaded. Once you launch the app, the content is launched automatically. If you need to update an AVE Reader app, you need to submit a new version of the app again and wait for it to be accepted by Apple or Amazon, which could take over a week. The first step is to create a ZAVE file using our plugins for Adobe InDesign. Once you have generated your ZAVE, you can create the file on your own computer using the Retrieve button. The next step is to set up your app in the AVE Publishing section. You will first define the title section. In the title section, create a new issue type that describes your product, such as documentation. The app section is next. The most important thing you need to define in the app section is the product. You will find this in the app section under the Settings tab. Scroll down to Add a Product. Select your title or collection. Give the product a name. The product type will be a publication. Now pick the issue type you defined in the Titles section. The truth is that you could leave this set to default in Titles and pick default here as well. You don't need to add an issue type for this type of app. But when you define issue types for magazine apps, that step is mandatory. So it is a good idea to get into that habit. For this type of application, the product is always free. This can confuse people, because if it is a paid app, you might think you would define that here. However, if it is a paid app, you define that in the iTunes, Google Play, or Amazon websites. The app will cost something, but in order for the content to show automatically, the product must always be free. The next step is to define the Publish section. In this type of app, the issue name, description, even the images you choose in the Upload section are actually never seen. This is because there is no actual storefront in this type of app. You will still need to define these things, but the most important thing you need to define is the correct issue type, the one you created in Titles and then chose when you define the product in the app section. And secondly, that the release date is in the past in the release information section. Lastly, make sure that any store you wish to publish to is unchecked, which will take this out of test and eat a license. The next thing you need to do is to make the app using AVE App Factory. The first thing you need to decide for iOS is whether this is an iPhone or an iPad app. Then you can pick the Remote Reader app and click the Choose button. If you are making an Android app, you can pick which devices you are making it for right inside the interface. You drag in all of your icons to define the app. And next, you will need two things from AVE Publishing. First, you need to download your certificate from the Apps section under the Settings tab. You can drag and drop your certificate into the bottom left corner of your app file. This will auto-populate the bundle ID. Secondly, you need to download a different certificate that is hosted in the Publishing section. Go to Publish, click on the pencil to the right of your issue. On the bottom left, go to the Download section and download the second certificate. You can drag and drop this certificate and the ZAVE file you created into your app file in the AVE Content section. As long as you've already bought licenses, you will be able to test your app in the iOS simulator or create app files for Android using App Factory for Android. Thanks for watching.